Watch out, he's going to come here.
In Western Australia, in the town of Scarborough, that man with a baseball bat is going crazy.
Oh my God. What on earth is he doing?
Most of the drivers are able to get away from him.
What's wrong with him?
He's a nutter. Look at him.
Oh my God, swinging.
But that SUV with the blue surfboards gets whacked.
Oh, my God.
got his car too. He's hitting everyone's car, look at him.
Yeah. Rain, move.
Oh, he's just smashing him.
That man is saying, "What are you doing? Stop that."
Oh, love, just go, yeah?
No.
Love, just go.
He's
Oh my
miles away.
God.
Next up, cars in the gas station.
Look. People in the cars hitting their windows too. Look.
Where is it?
While some of the vehicles were damaged, nobody here was seriously hurt. Because this guy only had a baseball bat, not an assault rifle. It's the kind of distinction, however, that is lost on many U.S. Republicans.
And it's our job to defend the Second Amendment.
Under questioning from a British reporter, that is Georgia's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I understand that we don't have guns in the UK, that is true, but we don't have mass shootings either. Children aren't scared to go to
You
school.
have mass stabbings, lady. You have all kinds of murder, and you've got laws against
nothing
that.
like the same rates
Well,
here.
you can go back to your country and worry about your no guns.
That's very kind
We
of
like
you.
ours here.
We like our guns here, said Greene, and you have mass stabbings in your country. That's true, but mass stabbings and mass baseball bat attacks are not as lethal as mass shootings. Again, consider this recent incident in Australia. If this lunatic had an assault rifle instead of a baseball bat or pipe,
Oh my God.
the occupants of that white car,
What on
silver
earth
car,
is he doing?
white car,
What's wrong with him?
blue
He's a
car,
nutter. Look at him.
Oh my God, swinging.
white car, and gray car might all be dead.
Oh my God.
got his car too.
But Australia,
He's hitting everyone's car. Look.
unlike the United States, controls and restricts the availability of firearms.
Absolute nutter.
Absolute nutter or crazy person indeed, and they exist in every country. Every nation on earth has residents who are struggling with mental health issues. But the question is, how dangerous do we want to allow lunatics to be? In the United States, we now have more than 400 million firearms. An estimated 393 million are in civilian hands. That comes out to 120 firearms per 100 citizens. If you want to break it down by assault rifles, there are an estimated 20 million of those in the United States. That's one assault rifle for every 17 people. It is the highest ratio of assault weapons in the world. The number of mass shootings in the United States is also the highest. Last year, like each of the past 20 years, there were more mass shootings and more people killed in mass shootings in the United States than in 11 of the other most populous nations on earth combined. In fact, every year the United States averages twice as many mass shootings and mass shooting deaths as these other nations combined. But again, our rate of people with mental health problems is no worse. This is not complicated. In the United States, we have chosen to make it a lot easier for lunatics to get their hands on firearms. And a firearm causes more damage than a knife or baseball bat. This may be too complex for Marjorie Taylor Greene to understand, but the rest of us should know better.
Democrats passed a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, and only $5 billion went towards rail safety. This is a failure.
A failure? You voted against the bill.
It would have never happened under a Republican-controlled infrastructure bill.
Again, you voted against it. And in 2017, when President Trump took office, Republicans controlled Congress and did not pass an infrastructure bill. Marjorie Taylor Greene complains not enough money went toward rail safety in bills she voted against. This is a failure.
We reported on earlier in the program. And
in the same Hannity interview, Greene offered this.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know why AOC isn't dressed in white and crying for the dead whales that keep washing on the beach from wind farms that are being placed all over the ocean.
Whales exist mostly under the water. The wind farm turbines are above the water.
And people are calling the alarms over how this is not only killing unknown thousands of bird species, but also causing whales to beach themselves at record numbers.
Speaking of beaching themselves, Congresswoman, quote, environmental experts have dismissed the idea that wind farms are causing the deaths of whales. Speaking to USA Today, Greenpeace's Oceans Director John Hocevar said, it's just a cynical disinformation campaign. It doesn't seem to worry conservatives that it's not based on any kind of evidence. This comes as there have been 6 dead humpback whales and 1 sperm whale that have washed up along the New Jersey shore since December 1st, 2022. 8 other humpbacks have also washed up along the coast between New York and North Carolina. It is not yet clear whether this is an increase compared to recent years, however. Hocevar continued, while the climate deniers and the right-wing pundits are tilting at windmills, most of us are focused on the real threats to whales: climate change, entanglement with fishing gear, ship strikes, and plastic pollution. I would add one other threat to marine life and human life: Marjorie Taylor Greene. Her stupidity and the anti-science, anti-facts approach of her and countless other lunatic conservatives puts our entire planet in jeopardy. Every time we do one of these videos on Congresswoman Greene, there is a great temptation to rerun some of her craziest hits. For example,
the so-called plane that crashed into the Pentagon. It's odd, there's never any evidence shown for a plane in the Pentagon.
There is an Islamic invasion into our government offices right now.
Kennedy getting killed in the plane crash. That's another one of those Clinton murders, right?
well, we've reached the point where showing all of Greene's lies and reckless stupidity would literally take hours. Instead, just consider this. Not only is Marjorie Taylor Greene a danger, so is any channel or broadcast that gives her a platform. And yet, there is Fox News and Sean Hannity giving Greene an appearance literally every week. And this time, Greene was held out and went unchallenged as an environmental expert. God forbid Sean Hannity should ever throw hard questions to Greene about her whale claims or point out her hypocrisy on rail safety. The fact is, trying to understand or address environmental problems like the chemical spill in Ohio or even threats to marine life is becoming more difficult by the day for our elected leaders. And that's because a growing number of lawmakers on the right are literally insane. And trying to compromise or find common ground with lawmakers who don't care about science or basic facts makes legislative solutions nearly impossible. There is an upside to Marjorie Taylor Greene and her lunatic friends being the face of the GOP. Moderate and independent voters are increasingly disturbed and terrified, and that will drive more election support towards the Democrats. But in the meantime, our government is sputtering, and there are issues across the board that are not getting addressed and solved. Instead, they are getting demagogued by Marjorie Taylor Greene, Fox News, and others. And the catastrophes that threaten us keep going. For more on Congresswoman Greene, check out another recent video I did on her. A link is in the description below. I'm David Schuster. Thanks for joining us.